Imagine facing death for simply praying. In a kingdom where defiance meant instant execution, one man chose faith over fear and walked willingly towards a den of starving lions. This is the cinematic, real-life story of Daniel, the man whose courage challenged an empire and defied the impossible. Stay tuned. You won't believe what happens next. But how did a respected official end up facing such a terrifying fate? Who was Daniel? Not a general, not born into royalty. Yet, in the viper's nest of Babylon's court, he was rapidly becoming the king's most trusted advisor. His secret? Not political maneuvering, but unwavering integrity and devotion to his God. This meteoric rise made him powerful and painted a target squarely on his back. The other officials, steeped in corruption and hungry for control, saw Daniel's purity not just as an obstacle, but an insult. They had to eliminate him. But how do you destroy a man without fault? Their solution? A law that would make his faith itself illegal. Unable to find any legitimate charge, Daniel's enemies devised a diabolical plan, one that weaponized his deepest conviction. They manipulated King Darius, playing on his ego, convincing him to sign an absolute decree. For 30 days, all prayer and petition must be directed only to the king. The penalty? The dreaded lion's den. The catch? The law of the Medes and Persians could never be revoked. The trap wasn't just set, it was sealed with the king's own authority. Daniel was cornered. With death as the penalty for prayer, would Daniel break or believe? Daniel knew the decree. Death for prayer. Every instinct for survival screamed, hide, stop. But his loyalty was not to any earthly king. His faith was not a secret to be practiced in shadows. 3 times a day, as he had always done, Daniel walked to his upper room, opened the windows facing Jerusalem, and prayed openly, audibly, defying the king's law before the eyes of God and any who watched. This wasn't carelessness. It was a deliberate act of faith, a refusal to compromise his soul, even with the roar of the lions echoing in the potential future. His defiance was clear. Now the horrifying consequence was inevitable. The inevitable arrived. Daniel was seized, dragged before a devastated King Darius, who finally understood the depth of the betrayal. But the law was absolute. There was no reprieve. With a heart heavy with regret, Darius could only utter a desperate hope. May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you. Daniel was then taken, not to a cell, but directly to the mouth of the pit. The massive stone was rolled into place, the royal seal pressed onto it, sealing Daniel's fate. Inside the pitch black, the air thick with the smell of wild beasts, the guttural sounds of pacing, hungry lions filled the silence. Alone, in the darkness, surrounded by death, Daniel's only defense was his faith. He didn't fight, he didn't scream, he knelt and prayed. But could faith alone silence the roar of hungry lions? But the night passed. With the first light of dawn, a frantic King Darius raced to the den. His voice, hoarse with fear and grief, echoed into the pit. Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God whom you serve so faithfully been able to rescue you from the lions? And then, from the darkness, a calm voice replied, O King, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the mouths of the lions. They have not harmed me, because I was found innocent in his sight. And before you, O King, I have done no wrong. Daniel was alive, not a single scratch. A miracle undeniable, a testament to his unwavering trust. The justice that followed was swift and absolute. Those who plotted Daniel's death met the fate they intended for him, and King Darius, humbled and awestruck, issued a decree that echoed throughout his vast empire, declaring the God of Daniel as the living God, powerful to rescue and save. Daniel's story is a powerful reminder of courage. But what would you do? What would you do if your faith could cost you your life? Daniel's story challenges us. True courage isn't the absence of fear, but faith in the face of it. If this story inspired you, hit that like button, subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss more true stories of incredible faith and courage. And tell us in the comments, could you stand like Daniel?